Antarctica, far to the south at the end of the world, where summer is like winter and winter is 9 months long. The home of the emperor penguin. Unique in their life pattern, even among penguins, the emperors start their breeding cycle in April, which is the beginning of the Antarctic winter. The big flightless birds leave the sea to walk long distances inland. They will not eat again until they return to the sea in 2 or 3 months. Each year they return to that section of the snow-covered landscape where they were born. Snow is their only source of drinking water. They make their way toward the breeding grounds, in spite of obstacles and the ever-changing snowbanks. Penguin wings are useless for flying, but very efficient in propelling the bird on the snow or in the water. Special feathers and a thick layer of fat protect penguins from the cold. The feathers grow densely over all the body and are waterproof. When they reach the breeding ground, the penguins gather in groups which huddle together for warmth in a land where normal winter temperatures are 30 to 40 degrees below zero. For more than 20 years, a group of French scientists have been studying the emperors. Penguins will allow men to approach quite closely because they don't recognize man as an enemy. But the birds are hard to hold on to. The scientists tag the birds so they can study individual life histories. Weighing the emperors gives indications of general health and of weight loss during the months away from their only food source, the ocean fish. Full-grown birds weigh from 70 to 90 pounds, and each bird may lose as much as 20 pounds while they are here. A penguin which slips into a crevasse is helpless and will starve to death. This penguin has been rescued from one of the hazards of Antarctic life. There are other inhabitants of the Antarctic. 4 kinds of seals live here. One, the leopard seal, often preys on penguins. Seals are mammals which have adapted to life in the water, but they come on shore to breed. Leopard seals are gentle with their pups, but fierce when they pursue the fish and penguins in which the adults feed. Warm fur and a layer of blubber protect them from the cold. Flippers in a streamlined shape make seals, like penguins, efficient swimmers. On the ice near the coast, they bask in the sunshine. Adelie penguins, smaller relatives of the emperors, have their nesting grounds, or rookeries, close to the sea, and go down steep slopes to the water to seek food. Penguins are spectacular swimmers. They often swim underwater, only coming to the surface to breathe. Sometimes they leap like porpoises. But the leopard seal is an even better swimmer. When a seal appears, the penguins head for shore. One bird is caught, but the others make it safely. Another inhabitant of the area is the skua, a large predatory bird which glides over a penguin rookery looking for unguarded eggs or stray chicks. Adelie penguins, unlike the emperors, hatch out in the Antarctic summer, that is, January, when the temperature has warmed up to 5 degrees above zero. The male makes a nest of small stones, where the female lays 2 eggs and broods them. The male protects his territory and drives off intruders, even when the intruder is another penguin. Penguins return each year to the same rookeries. The emperor penguin builds no nest. The mother transfers the single egg to the feet of the male, who covers it with a fold of his body and keeps it warm. The female goes off on a long trip to the sea for food, while the male cares for the chick. Even after the chick is hatched, it remains dependent on the male, staying close for protection and sheltering under the parent's body for warmth. He feeds it with a regurgitated liquid until the female returns to take over. Then the male goes off to the sea, where he can eat for the first time in 2 months, and the babies shelter under their mothers. As they grow larger, they spend more time on their own. They gather with other young birds for warmth and companionship until they're big enough to go with their parents on the journey to the sea. For thousands of years, penguins have survived in a hostile environment. Now they face a new danger: man's pollution of the sea. Mercury contamination has been found in the fish of Antarctic waters, which may mean the end of a magnificent bird who belongs here in the land of snow and ice.
Along this California coastline, there lives a most appealing little mammal, the sea otter. Unlike his cousin the river otter, the southern sea otter is born in the ocean and spends his entire life at sea. For many years, the otters were hunted for their beautiful skins. Then, not so long ago, no more otters were found. For the sleek fur coats they had been born with were nearly all being worn by people. But somehow a few escaped the hunters, and today there are some 1,100 or more of their descendants living happy and protected lives, spending their days eating, playing, and napping in the kelp beds. If you looked the whole world over, it would be hard to find a more devoted mother than a sea otter with her pup. Once the pup is born, it is utterly dependent on its mother's care for the first year or more. During all this time, the mother must continue to hunt food for herself and her baby, keep its fur clean as well as her own, cuddle it in her arms to keep it happy between her trips for food, and most important, know where it is in the masses of the giant kelp seaweed where she must leave it while she hunts. Nature has arranged for baby otters to float a lot easier than to dive. This pup will find it takes months of practice before he can get both ends under at the same time. As the months go by, young otters gain mastery over their element. Mussels and clams are the favorite foods of the otters, but mussels and clams are like walnuts. In order to enjoy the meat, you must first break the shells. A rock brought up from the bottom provides a handy tool for this purpose. We used to think that man was the only animal with brains enough to use a tool. Otters take very good care of their fur coats. After a romp or a meal, they clean and groom themselves from nose to toes. After all that activity, what could be cozier than to wrap oneself up in a blanket of kelp and take time out for a nap? Of course, there's always the restless soul who just can't seem to get comfortable. It happens sometimes during storms that a young otter is swept away from its mother into the rocky surf. If she cannot see her baby or hear its cries, she may not find it again. The lost pup will perish. This little pup was found washed up on the beach, alone, and crying miserably for his mother. These men will try to launch the boat out through the heavy surf and return the pup to the safety of the kelp bed. This time, what might have been a tragedy has finished with a happy ending.